You tell yourself you're just being open, just being real. But sometimes, right after you share something personal, something a little too honest, there's this quiet drop in your chest, like you gave away something you weren't ready to lose. And you replay it. What you said, how much you said, the way their face changed or didn't. And suddenly it hits you. Why did I say all that? You're sitting with someone. Maybe it's a friend, maybe someone you barely know, and the conversation starts normal. Safe topics, small talk. But then something shifts. They ask one question, or they say something that feels familiar, and before you even notice it happening, you're talking. Not just talking, unfolding. You're sharing things you didn't plan to share, stories, feelings, details you usually keep hidden. It feels good at first, like relief, like finally exhaling after holding your breath all day. But later, you feel exposed, like you left pieces of yourself in a room you can't go back to. And the worst part? You don't even know why you do it. Because it's not that you want to overshare. You even tell yourself not to. Don't say too much this time. Keep it light. Stay in control. But the moment comes, and it just happens again. Here's the part most people don't realize. Oversharing isn't about talking too much. It's about trying to feel seen faster than trust is built. It's emotional acceleration. You're skipping steps because somewhere deep down, waiting feels unbearable. Silence feels heavy, and being unknown feels like being invisible. So you share, not randomly, not carelessly, but with a quiet hope that maybe this time someone will understand you right away. That maybe if they see the real you sooner, they'll stay. But here's the conflict you probably feel and never say out loud. You want to be understood, deeply, but you also want to feel safe. And oversharing gives you one while quietly taking away the other. Because when you open up too fast, you don't give people time to earn access to you. You hand it over, freely, quickly, and then you sit there wondering why it doesn't feel right. You start analyzing everything. Did I scare them off? Do they think I'm too much? Why do I always do this? But maybe the real question is, why does holding it in feel even worse? Think about it. How many times have you felt like you had so much inside you and nowhere for it to go? Oversharing is often mistaken for a lack of boundaries, but sometimes it's actually a lack of safe spaces, a lack of moments where you felt heard without having to prove anything. So when the chance appears, you take it straight away, even if it's not the right time, even if it's not the right person. Pause for a second. Be honest with yourself. When you share too much, are you really trying to connect, or are you trying to feel relieved? Because those are not the same thing. Connection is slow. It builds. It deepens over time. Relief is immediate. It's a release, a letting go, a moment of emotional breathing, but it doesn't always leave you feeling secure after. And that's the loop. You overshare to feel closer, but sometimes it leaves you feeling further away. From them, from yourself, from the version of you that feels grounded. And then you pull back. You become more careful, more quiet, until it builds up again, and the cycle repeats. Here's the part that might feel uncomfortable. You're not too much. You never were. But the timing of how you show yourself might be out of sync with how trust actually works. Because not everyone deserves immediate access to your inner world, and not every moment requires your full truth all at once. Ask yourself this: what would it feel like to let someone earn your story? Here's the deeper truth. Oversharing isn't a flaw. It's a signal that there's something inside you
that wants to be understood, that wants to be held, that wants to be seen without feeling like it's too much. And that part of you, it doesn't need to be silenced. It needs to be placed carefully in the right spaces, with the right people, at the right pace. Because being open isn't the problem. Losing yourself in the process is.
So next time you feel it coming, that urge to say everything, to explain everything, to empty it all out in one moment, just pause. Not to shut yourself down, but to ask, is this connection or just release? And maybe, for the first time, you choose to stay a little longer in the silence. Not because you have nothing to say, but because you're finally learning that your story is worth unfolding slowly.